Hi students, welcome back to Alphos e-learning YouTube for MSET classes. Okay, yesterday I had to discuss about the problems which are related to the parallelogram of addition of vectors and subtraction of vectors. Okay, today also I have to explain the problems which are related again parallelogram of addition of vectors. Please all of you write down the students. These questions are very important. Okay, based on the parallelogram of addition of vectors. Right. Okay, listen all of you. I have to give first question. That means two vectors of equal magnitude, P. That means if I have to take P bar and Q bar, magnitude of P bar and Q bar, these are the two vectors which have equal magnitude, which is equal to P, right? Now, which are inclined at some angle, such that the difference in magnitude of resultant, and magnitudes of either vectors is 0.732 times of either of magnitudes of two vectors. That means what is the condition? Magnitude of these two vectors can be related by R, which is indicated by R. That means the magnitude of R, and that means such that the difference in magnitude of resultant and magnitudes of either vectors, that means R minus P, which is equal to 0.732 times that of either of magnitudes of two vectors, either magnitude of Q or either magnitude of P, both having the same magnitude, which equal to P means this one. That means here, listen all of you, the resultant is equal to how much it is? R minus P is equal to 0.732 times that of P means R is equal to how much it is? P common 1 plus 0.732. That means this is nothing but R into 1.732. We know this. What about the 1.732 value? It is nothing but root 3, right? Now, this is nothing but, P here. Yes, root 3 times of P. R is equal to. But we know, as per the resultant of vectors, if the two vectors having equal magnitude, then what is the expression for the resultant of two vectors? R is equal to 2P cos theta by 2. That is equal to how much there? We are getting root 3P. That means here PP gets cancelled. That means what is the angle? Let us say cos theta by 2, which is equal to how much it is? Root 3 by 2. That means cos theta by 2 is equal to root 3 by 2 means, for example, if cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2, whatever the value of theta, cos theta is equal to root 3 by 2, theta is equal to how much? 30 degrees, right? That means theta by 2 is equal to how much? 30 degrees. That means what about the theta value? 60 degrees. Okay. So this is the condition. That means according to the second condition, according to first condition, both having equal magnitude, that is equal to P. According to the second condition, the difference in magnitude of resultant and magnitudes of either vectors is 0.732 times that of either of magnitudes of two vectors, right? Now, if the angle between them, that means what is the angle between the P bar and Q bar? As per the condition, I am getting theta is equal to 60 degrees, right? Now, if the angle between them, which is increased by half of its initial value, what is the half of this value? Theta by 2 is equal to 30 degrees. That means what is the final angle here? As per the condition, theta dash is equal to, as per this condition, the actual angle which is increased by half of its initial angle. That means as per the values, theta is equal to 60 degrees plus 30 degrees. That means how much it is? 90 degrees. Okay. Now, after that, I have to find the magnitude of difference of vectors. That means region R is equal to again magnitude of difference of two vectors, which is equal to, as per the formula, how much it is? P square plus Q square plus minus difference minus 2PQ cos theta, Here theta becomes how much it is? Theta dash, it is nothing but. That means how much it is? Root of P square plus P square minus 2P square. Why? Because P and Q having same magnitude as per the first condition, right? So P square plus 2P square into cos of 90 degrees. That means cos 90 is 0. That means it becomes the resultant of two vectors, finally it goes to root 2 into P. That means from this question we have to understood, if the two vectors of equal in magnitude P. That means what I am considering, I am taking two vectors P bar and Q bar. which is having the equal magnitude, let us it can be equal to P. Now, which are inclined, that means these two are inclined some angle. These two are inclined some angle theta, such that the difference in magnitudes of resultant on magnitudes of either vectors is 0.732. That means the difference in resultant of both vectors means I have to take this value as R minus P is equal 0.732 times of P, right? That implies R is equal to how much? After manipulating this P goes to right side means P common 1 plus 0.732, nothing but it becomes 1.732. We know this value 1.732, nothing but root 3p. Okay. So as per this condition, listen carefully. If the two vectors which are inclined by some angle means what is the value of resultant of for equal vectors R is equal to 2p cos theta by 2, that is equal to root 3 into p. That is equal to root 3 into p. That means cos theta by 2 is equal to root 3 by 2. Theta by 2 is equal to 60 degrees. Sorry, 30 degrees. Theta by 2 is equal to 30. Theta is equal to 60. Okay, as per this condition. Now, after that, what is the third condition? If the angle between them, angle between P bar and Q bar, which is increased by half of the initial value, that means here half of the value is 30 degrees. That means theta dash, the new angle between the two vectors becomes theta plus theta by 2, that equal to 30 plus, means 60 plus 30, that is equal to 90 degrees. Now, by using this condition, we have to find the magnitude of difference of two vectors, not addition. We have to find magnitude of difference of two vectors. Okay, that means R is equal to again magnitude of P bar minus Q bar is equal to, as per the definition, root of P square plus Q square minus 2PQ cos theta dash. That means you got how much it is after manipulation, root 2 into P. Okay, so this is the condition. So it is very important problem. Okay, so after that I have to give one more problem based on this Talgam law of addition of vectors. So please all of you students, you have to write these problems along with me. These parallelogram law of addition of vectors, which are very important, and these are similar to the next two addition of vectors like triangle law of addition of vectors and polygon law of addition of vectors. Okay. So after completion of these problems, I have to go with triangle law of addition of vectors. So please all of you write down this problem. Problem number 2. The resultant of two vectors of magnitude P and Q is of magnitude Q. If the magnitude of Q bar is doubled. Magnitude of Q bar is doubled. We'll start. Find the angle made by the new resultant with P bar. Otherwise, we have to write here new resultant with P bar. Okay. Now in this question, what is given? The resultant of two vectors of magnitudes P and Q is of magnitude Q. Means what is the condition? If I am taking two vectors, the two vectors like P bar and Q bar having magnitudes P and Q, okay, which are inclined by certain angle, then the magnitude of both vectors is nothing but the magnitude Q. That means what is the actual equation as per the solution? Means as per the concept, generally R is equal to root of how much it is? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Okay, general equation. Now in place of R I have to substitute the value of Q here. Means Q square is equal to what I am writing? P square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, right? Now listen carefully. Here q square both will cancel together. Why? Because q square minus q square is equal to p square plus 2pq cos theta. Okay, that means both will cancel together, it gives 0. That means what happens? P square under minus is equal to 2pq cos theta. Therefore cos theta is equal to how much it is? Cos theta is equal to minus p square by 2pq. One p is cancelled. That means how much it is? Therefore finally cos theta is equal to minus p by 2q. Okay, cos theta is equal to minus p by 2q. So this is the method to find the angle between the two vectors by taking the first condition. Okay. Now what about the second condition here? The magnitude of q bar is doubled. Magnitude of q bar is doubled means the second vector having double magnitude as compared to the previous one. That means we have to find the angle made by the new resultant. The angle made by the new resultant with p bar. Generally we know what is the angle. Tan alpha is equal to generally q sin theta by p plus 2q cos theta. Actually here p plus q cos theta, but the condition the magnitude of q bar is doubled. That's why here I am taking this is 2, this is also 2. In place of q I am taking 2q. Okay, that means here listen carefully. So tan alpha is equal to how much it is? Therefore tan alpha is equal to 2q sin theta by p plus again 2q into cos theta value how much it is? Minus p by 2q. That means 2q both will cancel. That means here what happens? Tan alpha is equal to how much it is? 2q sin theta by p minus p. Both will cancel together. It gives infinity. Why infinity? 2q sin theta by 0. 1 by 0 nothing but infinity. That means tan alpha is equal to final I got infinity. If tan theta is equal to infinity means theta is equal to 90 degrees. That means alpha is equal to how much angle? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So this is also important problem. Means first we have to understood about this question. The resultant of two vectors of magnitudes p and q. So these are inclined by certain angle. So magnitude of p and q is of magnitude q. Means as per the condition of parallelogram law of addition of vectors, the resultant is equal to root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta, right? Now in place of r, what is given in that question? Q. That means we have to substitute the value of q in place of r. Means squaring on both sides. Q square is equal to p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. 2pq cos theta. That means q square minus q square is equal to how much? P square plus 2pq cos theta. That means minus p square is equal to 2pq cos theta. Cos theta is equal to 1 p is cancelled means p square by 2pq. That means finally I am getting cos theta is equal to minus p by 2q. Minus p by 2q. That means again if the magnitude of second vector q bar is doubled, magnitude of second vector q bar is doubled. That means tan alpha is equal to we know. General formula is tan alpha is equal to what is the formula actually? Direction. Tan alpha is equal general formula is q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. This is we know already. It is derived in the last classes. Okay, as per this condition here in place of q I am substituting 2q. Why? Means the magnitude of q bar is doubled according to that question. Okay. That means tan alpha is equal to 2q sin theta by p plus 2q into minus p by 2q. After manipulation I have what? Tan alpha is equal to infinity. Finally what is the answer here? Alpha is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha is equal to 90 degrees. So this is the method of problem solving. Okay. I have to give one more problem based on this parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Please all of you follow with me. Okay. Next one. Third question. Question number 3. The square of resultant. The square of resultant of two forces 4 Newton and 3 Newton exceeds the square of square of resultant of two forces by 12 when they are mutually perpendicular, then find the angle between the vectors. Find the angle between the vectors. Now listen carefully. Now how to solve this question? Just you have to think it. The square of resultant of two forces like 4 Newton and 3 Newton, which exceeds means increases by the factor exceeds the square of resultant of two forces by 12. That means generally you have to take this is nothing but F1, this is nothing but F2. Then these two forces are inclined to certain angle. Then what is the resultant actually? Actual formula is, now I have to go with solution of the above question. That means general formula. Generally is equal to, I have to take in place of this 4 Newton, I can take P. This 3 Newton, I have to take the value of Q. That means P and Q are the two forces, means what is the resultant here? R square is equal to squaring. Means what is the formula? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Now I have to substitute these values in this equation. That means this resultant, the square of the resultant of two forces exceeds the square of the resultant of two forces by 12 when they are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular means I have to take the resultant is nothing but root of P square plus Q square plus again 2PQ cos 90. That is equal to how much it is? Only P square plus Q square. Why? Because cos 90 goes to 0. That means, so according to that condition, the square of resultant means R square is equal to 12 plus R dash square. Is it correct or not? The square of resultant of two forces which are exceeds by 12. That means exceeds the square of resultant of two forces. That means R dash square by 12. That means we have to substitute in this equation. That means P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta is equal to how much it is? 12 plus P square plus Q square. Is it correct or not? Okay. That means here I have to cancel this both on both sides. This is cancelled. Why? Because suppose this term goes to this side, means both will cancel together. I have to cancel directly. Otherwise, we have to take in this way. So don't cancel directly. We have to take P square plus Q square. After substituting the values, we have to solve this one. 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 into 4 into 3 into cos theta, which is equal to how much it is? 12 plus again 4 square plus 3 square. So 4 square plus 3 square how much? 25. That means this can be written as 2 into 4 into 3 into cos theta is equal to 12 plus 25 minus 25. Both will cancel here. Okay. Now that means how much it is again? So 2 into 4 into 3, 12. That means into cos theta, which is equal to 12. 12 gets cancelled on both sides. That means cos theta is equal to final how much I am getting? 1 by 2. Therefore theta is equal to how much? 60 degrees. Okay. That means according to the given condition, the square of resultant of two forces 4 newtons and 3 newtons, which exceeds the square of resultant of two forces by 12 when the forces are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular means what the value here? P square plus Q square only. Okay. So we have to solve this question very easily according to this process. Right? Now I have to go with the next problem. These are all simple models based on the parallelogram law of addition of vectors, because it is a major topic in vectors. Okay. Now I have to give one more question based on this addition of vectors. Now problem number 4. The resultant of two vectors, the resultant of two vectors of magnitudes 3 units and 5 units is perpendicular to 3 units, is perpendicular to 3 units. Okay, find the angle, find the angle between the two vectors. Find the angle between the two vectors. Okay, that is. So again, once we have to read this question, it is also simple model. The resultant of two vectors of magnitude, so how much? 3 units and 5 units, which are perpendicular to 3 units. Means if I am taking two vectors, one is having greater magnitude, one is having least magnitude. Means let us say this kind of taken as 2 units means let us say this is P, this is Q, I think. Okay, that means the magnitude of P which is less than magnitude of Q. Right? Now listen carefully. And the resultant of both vectors which is perpendicular to 3 units only. That means according to method of solution, I have to take one assumption like a parallelogram. I have to draw the parallelogram with what is the condition here? Magnitude of P bar which is less than magnitude of Q bar. Okay. So about this condition, I have to draw the parallelogram. Let us say this is P bar. So that means magnitude of P bar is equal to how much here? 3. Okay. And I have to take the one more vector like this is Q bar, means magnitude of Q bar is equal to how much it is? 5. That means the resultant of these two vectors, which is perpendicular to, so this is nothing but the resultant vector R bar. So this resultant which is perpendicular to the magnitude, listen carefully, the resultant of two vectors of magnitudes 3 units and 5 units which is perpendicular to 3 units. That means this resultant perpendicular to 3 units. Now I have to draw the parallelogram in a simplest manner. So we know already, in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. Here P means this is also P, we know. Okay, that means this is 3. Magnitude of P bar which is equal to 3. Now let us say it can be taken as theta. So we know this is perpendicular means 90 degrees. Okay, now in order to find the angle between the two vectors means we should find like this total angle. This total angle theta dash. Theta dash is equal to how much it is? 90 plus theta. 90 plus theta. So about this diagram, please tell me what about the value of sin theta from figure? So it is perpendicular, na? That means this is the right angle triangle. That means what about the value of sin theta here? Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. About this right angle triangle, sin theta is equal to opposite how much? 3 by hypotenuse is 5. Okay, that means sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 means theta is equal to how much? Sin inverse 3 by 5. But we know the value of sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 means, listen carefully, this is theta, this is 3, this is 5, this is 4. About this condition, tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Tan theta is equal to 3 by 4 means theta is equal to, we know already, 37 degrees, right? So by taking this right angle triangle, now what is the answer here? So theta is equal to 37 degrees. Simply, we know already, it is already given in the last problems. Theta is equal to 37 degrees. Okay. Now, so here theta is equal to, I am getting 37 degrees. Then what is the total angle between the two vectors? 90 plus theta dash means 90 plus theta means 90 plus 37 degrees. That is equal to how much it is? 127 degrees. Theta dash is equal to. That means the angle between the two vectors is nothing but the obtuse, which is nothing but greater than 90. That is equal to how much it is? 127 degrees. 127 degrees, right? That is. So these are the problems which are related to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Now I have to give one more problem based on this concept. So after completion of concept, I have to go with the triangle law of addition of vectors. Okay. So that is also similar to the parallelogram only. Now, please write down last question based on this parallelogram of addition of vectors, problem number 5. Okay, Rafi? The magnitudes of the magnitudes of two vectors, P bar and Q bar is differed by 1. We stop. The magnitude of their resultant, makes an angle alpha is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. Alpha is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4 with the first vector P bar. Find the angle between P bar and Q bar. This is also most important question based on the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. So here what I am giving is the magnitudes of two vectors, P bar and Q bar is differed. Differed means subtracted by how much? 1. And the magnitude of their resultant makes an angle how much? Alpha is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4 with P bar, means direction of resultant given. So find the angle between the two vectors P bar and Q bar. Now what is the solution here? So before going to the solution, according to the data, we have to take the first condition. Magnitude of P bar and Q bar which are differed by 1 means P minus Q is equal to 1. P minus Q is equal to 1. Now we have to write this one. That means what is this one? P is equal to 1 plus Q. P is equal to 1 plus Q according to the first condition. Right? Now according to the second condition, alpha means tan alpha is equal to how much? What is the formula actually? Or alpha is equal, please tell me. Alpha is equal to how much it is? Tan inverse. According to the question only 3 by 4 given. That means this is nothing but tan alpha is equal to how much? This tan inverse goes to left side means tan alpha is equal to 3 by 4. 3 by 4. That is, we know already in parallelogram law of addition of vectors, the direction of resultant which is nothing but tan alpha is equal to generally Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Okay. By comparing, what is the value of Q sin theta? Q sin theta is equal to how much? Q sin theta is equal to 3 and P plus Q cos theta is equal to how much? 4. But we know already P is equal to how much the value? 1 plus Q means 1 plus Q plus Q cos theta is equal to how much? 4. That means how much it is? Q common 1 plus cos theta. This 1 goes to right side means how much it is? 3. That means how much the value here? This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2 after manipulating. Okay. By taking these two equations, RHS same. Means what is the value here? Please tell me. Q sin theta, which is equal to how much it is? Q into 1 plus cos theta. That means Q same means both are cancelled together. Means sin theta means what is the value according to the formulas of trigonometry? Sin 2 sin theta by 2 cos of theta by 2. Means 1 plus cos theta means 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 gets cancelled. 2 gets cancelled. Means cos theta by 2 also cancelled. Means sin theta by 2 is equal to how much I am getting? Cos theta by 2. That means tan theta by 2 is equal to how much? 1. That means theta by 2 is equal to what is the value here? 45 degrees. Because tan theta is equal to 1 means theta is nothing but 45 degrees. Because tan theta by 2 is equal to 1 means theta by 2 is equal to 45. Means theta is equal to how much the value? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So this is the method to find the angle between the two vectors as per the condition. Means according to the first condition, the magnitude of that means the magnitudes of two vectors P1 and Q are nothing but P and Q, which are differed by 1. Means P minus Q is equal to 1. That means P is equal to 1 plus Q. Right? According to the second condition, the magnitude of their resultant, which makes an angle alpha is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. That means alpha is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So this can be written as tan alpha is equal to 3 by 4, which is equal to, according to the parallelogram law of addition of vectors, Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. So by comparing these two, that means Q sin theta is equal to what I am taking 3, P plus Q cos theta is equal to 4. So here I am substituting the value of P about this condition, means 1 plus Q cos theta is equal to 4. That means after Q common by taking these two terms, that means Q into 1 plus cos theta is equal to 3. So about this from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 what I am taking here? From 1 and 2, RHS of the two equations same, means we have to equate the LHS. That means q sin theta is equal to q into 1 plus cos theta. Q into 1 plus cos theta. That means 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 is equal to 2 cos square theta by 2. Sin theta by 2 is equal to cos theta by 2. Tan theta by 2 is equal to 1. Theta by 2 is equal to 45. Theta is equal to 90. Right? So this is the method to solve this kind of problems based on the parallelogram law of addition of vectors. Just you have to note this one.